up, let it ride. Yeah, adoption pod.
Mick and Mike, yeah, they on the air. Breaking walls with that crypto flair. Deep dives roll, yeah, minds aware. Good vibes float everywhere. Tapping now, yeah, the stream go live. Big ideas, feel the energy rise. If you here right now, then you ride on time. Welcome to the future, enjoy the ride. Hands up, yeah, let it load. Sound check, let the people load. Check, yeah, feel the vibe, let the beat unfold. When it drops, yeah, the story told. Adoption pod, yeah, here we go. Crypto flows, let the knowledge grow. Breaking chains, watch the future glow. Adoption pod, they run the show. Let's go. Yeah, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, pioneers with minds so bright, lighting paths in the crypto night. Questions fly, answers ignite, changing lives left and right. From the blocks to the blockchain age, real talk when they hit that stage. If you're learning something, then mission complete. Mass adoption start with a seed. Adoption pod, yeah, here we go. Crypto flows, let the knowledge grow. Breaking chains, watch the future glow. Adoption pod, they run the show. Blocks are building, truth revealed. Digital world, a brighter field. Yeah, masses learning, wounds are healed. This is the future, the deal is sealed. Locked in, adoption pod. Yeah, here we go. Crypto flows, let the knowledge grow. Breaking chains, watch the future glow. Adoption pod, they run the show. Run it. Adoption pod. Adoption pod. Adoption pod.
Yo. Welcome to episode 36 of the Adoption Pod. We did it. I was talking to my wife the other day. I'm like, we're getting close to that 1 year mark. Let's start thinking about some cool to do for our 1 year.
Yeah, like finally make a winning trade. Maybe would be a cool 1 year goal.
That's it. The 1 year goal to make a winning trade. Honestly, I feel that lately because it's been rough out in these streets, in the VX streets and the VX waters.
The market is not marketing.
It's you know what? Like I was in a trade today, and I was right in direction, but I sold too early. So like I took a nice profit today, like on my model. I've been going I've been gone back to basics, and it's been working. But like now I just gotta like stick with the idea. Like this is the idea, stick with it. You get stopped out, like kind of thing. So I missed the whole pump today because I got out too early.
That is the story of my life. Imagine that every single day of your life for the last 4 years, and see how happy you are.
Yeah, right. It's trading is tough. It's I love this saying. It's like it's the hardest way to make easy money. It really is. That sums it up so much.
That's pretty accurate. That is pretty accurate. It's like it's like the diamond miner in the cave. It's like I'm so close.
Yeah. That's how I feel. Oh my god, yes, you're right. And it's like it gets so close to my stop loss. Like screw it, it's over. It's dumping, and then it bounces right after that every day.
It's wild.
The life of a trader. But we have some really cool guests.
To get the word out about the show. If you're listening, please retweet the space. We have two amazing and innovative founders building in a much different way than I'm seeing a lot of teams building in this space. And that's something I really want to dive into because I think it's an interesting tactic to approach a bear market by these partnerships that enhance the network value of everybody who's participating within these ecosystems. And I think traders who are nailing these strategies in the bear market are going to see huge returns when we have a turnaround of things. So excited to get them on today.
Awesome. Well, let's bring them up.
Let's do it. Are they here?
Hello, Jose and Jason.
There they are.
What's going on, guys? How are you guys?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Can't complain. It's been a good day. I sold my trade a little too early, but that's neither here nor there.
Happens to the best of us.
I'm sure Jose all about the life of a trader, right? Just selling too early or missing out the whole pump or being on the wrong side of it.
We hear that story multiple times a day.
Oh my God.
Super glad to have you guys on. Sorry, I'm just getting a tweet out. Again, anybody who's listening, if you want to share the space, we would be forever in your debt. This is an exciting show. As I mentioned before we brought our guests on, we are chatting a little bit about how these two, like quite young, I would say. I think Jose is a future Elon Musk. I think Jason, I don't quite have the category of builder for you yet, but I need to think on that because you guys are both young, like innovative, pushing boundaries and trying different things. And so much of what we've been seeing in the space is, we talk about PvP, but it's really BVB. And then that divides the whole community. And then we have the PvP communities representing, Hyperliquid versus, or whatever. And that's not what we're trying to build in this space, I think, at the end of the day, right? I think all of us have slightly more altruistic goals. And to me, we're the whole crypto community, and we should be building in ways that support not just our own growth, but the ecosystem grows so that we can make it out of this environment where we're tearing each other down instead of building each other up to the world. It's like an unhealthy relationship with crypto companies, and we need some therapy, some counseling, but you guys just did this on your own, right? So talk about the partnership a little bit. Maybe I'll start with you, Jose, because you're gone. Why did you choose to do something like this, which is a little outside of a traditional DEX business model? Obviously we're pretty well integrated with the AVAX community and network, so some synergies there, but what really stood out to you as making sense? And why did you go for this amongst so many other options that we had at the time?
So from day one, VDEX was always meant to be a technology layer, a B2B company. And we had to build the VDEX core protocol and market it ourselves in order to prove that, number one, that the technology worked and that there was market demand for it. And so when something like this came along, we actually, at least myself, forgot for a moment that this is what we originally intended to do, because it had been a year of this point of building VDEX directly. But of course, it's a no-brainer to have someone like Jason come on and basically show it how it's done with doing the user acquisition and marketing and all things like that. And we get to excel with what we do best, which is the crypto.
I love it. Jason, I'll move the question to you. Why was this so appealing to you and your community?
Yeah, and thanks for having me on again, guys. I love that little intro song.
Thanks.
I've been one on the show from that song for sure.
I am addicted to making music with AI right now.
It was great. Yeah, so this is the natural culmination for us of like what we've been building towards, which is what I think is the true essence of SocialFi. The ability to trade different asset classes, speculate in both a social and financial setting. We have super cool tools around trading that we think make people better traders and allow them to kind of, share alpha and connect with people all in one app without using like 4 or 5 different apps. So for us, our bread and butter is the social layer. We've created network effects. We've been doing this for a while, and that's one of our core value propositions. What's not, our core value proposition is building out the infrastructure, such as a perps DEX that, and Jose could get into what's required there between, licenses and money and expertise. And, so it's like, we don't want to try to conquer everything, but we think we can enhance the user experiences. So we were looking for the proper partners when it came into integrating perps DEXs. We started with Hyperliquid. It's kind of just a no-brainer in terms of an offering to users. But what it doesn't have, so, it has 300 plus markets, deepest liquidity in the game. What it doesn't have is that intimate sort of team that, you know, we would get with someone like VDEX, which is an incredible up and coming perp stacks and overall ecosystem for anyone watching who hasn't checked them out yet. And with that, we're able to kind of push the needle and offer things that we can't with a perp stack like Hyperliquid. For example, the trading competition that's happening right now, and the first of many. So, you know, being able to hit up Jose, you know, on Telegram is like much needed for what we're trying to do. So we wanted to find the best in class in terms of like up and coming perp stacks is, and we found that in VDEX. So feel like incredible synergy here from both sides.
Yeah, that's amazing. Did you guys think a lot about how this, you know, I think back to Verizon and iPhone's partnership, right? I don't know what the market conditions they were building at the time, but they obviously made strategic decisions and built the trust and leaned into each other and took the market initially for smartphones. And they were the first carrier that had them. And then it kind of grew out an ecosystem from there that's been very successful. Do you see that type of modeling here? Like, are we stronger together as two businesses pushing in the same direction that are really non-competitive but complementary?
100%. And I think that it's a very, you mentioned in the beginning, there are a lot of P2P or even B versus B dynamics within crypto. And that's because everything is a zero-sum game and everything is really a Ponzi-nomic token scam. And so it's very hard to find companies that are building something sustainable and real. And so when you put two of those together that are not competitive, but are the forefront of what is most useful in crypto right now, which is social and immutable, uncensored speech and immutable and uncensorable and unrevocable transactions, then that really is a very nice marriage. And we have a big group of competitors, both of us, and it really makes sense to work together from a user perspective, from a collective bargaining and hype perspective. So absolutely, this is something where 1 + 1 is larger than 2.
Totally agree. Jason, what's your take?
100%. I mean, Jose captured the essence of that pretty well. But yeah, this is completely like PVE, you know, stronger together type vibes. We could exist in silos. We could have continued our trajectory, you know, more on the social side. Just, you know, leverage Hyperliquid and a few existing protocols. And I'm sure, you know, VDEX would have been more than fine, you know, in your guys' own direction. But when you combine forces like this and we both focus on what we do best, that's when, you know, a lot of magic can happen. So I just know I'll give some anecdotes from our side, like the amount of people who native arena users who try everything we do, who have said, hey, I had no idea what VDEX was a couple of weeks ago, but now I use it every day. Yeah. Even when there's not trading competitions, has been incredible. And then they're like, oh, maybe they can add this. Maybe you guys can do this. And it's like now the community is contributing to this, which is what you want to see. So it's, and then like, you know, we're able to also like give exposure to our users of VDEX's upcoming TGE and everything. So it's an incredible partnership. And this is honestly how you scale to the next level through stuff like this.
With your anecdote there, that was exactly my experience. It's like I never heard of this thing. You know, I was using a different exchange, and then I found VDEX. I'm like, this is like, it was a seamless transition. You know what I mean? Like it was, I felt right from the get go using VDEX was just like I was using the other. So I didn't have to change any of the way I trade. Yeah, going to VDEX, it was just like 1 for 1. Yeah, and then I don't want to use anything else. Like I don't need to use anything. I mostly trade Bitcoin too, so like I don't care. Like I just trade Bitcoin on VDEX every day.
And you will see us at Bitcoin Vegas coming up.
Yes, I got shirts in by the way. I got the shirts.
Send me my invoice. Don't worry, Jose. They have VDEX on them too. We're double dutying. What questions do you have for the guys? I have plenty, but I don't want to hog the mic.
I have a
What do you
question
have?
for Jason. What was the thing that initially like intrigued you the most about VDEX? Like why you chose to go that direction?
Yeah, I mean, I was introduced to VDEX by some like core arena users. Honestly, I was looking for exactly what I described, like a partner on the ground that had an up and coming perp stacks, hadn't launched a token yet, and that we could really kind of blow this up with. And VDEX kind of fit all those boxes. I met Jose early on. He was game. I think we thought about this in very similar ways. VDEX was looking to commoditize or productize their perp stacks into a social app, which that is the natural progression of a lot of perp stacks. Is they want to be integrated into social apps or experiences, and so VDEX was looking for that. We were looking for the VDEX, and they also have an incredible support system. So I'll just show you guys. VDEX is backed by Avalanche, Binance, Near, I think Gate, a bunch of other investors. Once again, doing way more than just a perp stacks, cutting edge stuff in terms of zero knowledge proofs and prediction markets and a whole ecosystem that they're building out there. So I was impressed from day one, and I think this is doing even better than we expected this early, to be honest.
It's kind of a marriage made in heaven, right? Like you got the social layer and then like the trading layer like meshing together.
Do you envy Jason's task that's ahead of him, Jose? I know you guys both have huge challenges ahead of you, building brand new things and introducing them to the world and trying to introduce them into an audience that has largely been taken advantage of for many years. And now real builders are showing up building products that have demand and real world use cases, but a lot of people are so gun shy in this market. So it's a tough uphill battle. So Jose, from you looking over at Jason's side, why are you glad you're sitting in your chair rather than his?
Well, really glad I'm sitting in my chair. One, because I just bought this big upgrade compared to my previous chair. Second is because I certainly find his job more difficult. Marketing, acquisition, those are not my strengths. Mikkel, they're your strengths. Jason, they're your strengths. They are, maybe he probably thinks the same thing about us, but that's what makes marriages, partnerships most beneficial is when, each of you tries and takes your 60%. That is easy to you, but difficult to the other person. So I'll say that first. But look, we're compared to what Jason said, we are growing much faster than anticipated. I had very optimistic expectations for this partnership, but even still, they've blown out of the water. The number of inflows, volume, users we've gotten from Arena is really large. In some metrics, it's almost as large as the VDEX core base. I know that's true for inflows. So Arena users are really bringing in a lot of capital into the exchange, and the retention is also very high. So I know that we have not fully penetrated all of Arena's market. I'd be curious what those stats are between Hyperliquid and VDEX, but I don't think it needs to be very high yet. I'd rather grow very slowly and just continue to keep the users, the early adopters, very satisfied. And I believe we've done that. Retention is off the charts. Yeah. And I have a few more things. Talking about, further integrations as well. So we have yet to integrate, for example, the points program so that Arena users can see their points, VDEX points on Arena. And number two is the support ticket. So we actually had our first downtime in 27 days. Last Friday, we had an hour and a half of downtime. It's our first in 27 days, which is actually a huge testament to how far we've come. Early users like Mike know that it was a weekly occurrence, our downtime, and it was very spread across all of the pairs, all of the users were affecting it. This was much smaller incident, and I believe that it was a great testament to our engineering capabilities. However, all of our users on VDEX Core got compensated immediately because they created tickets and then we compensated them. But I think some of the Arena users still not sure what's going on because our announcement system does not enter Arena. The community ticketing system does not exactly enter. So that's just, that last 1% that we need to iron out, but it's just details.
And honestly, speaking to retention, I think it's that customer service aspect that it is that retention level. Because
Yeah.
I just think about when you go to a store and you have a really good experience with a salesperson or a customer service agent or something, you come back. I think statistically, if you have like a good experience, I think 2 or 3 times, you're more likely to come back like ongoing on a regular basis. I think like they say for like restaurants, if you have like a good experience, like one time, you're likely to come back like 30% of the time. If you have another good experience, like 50% of the time, and like third one is like 80%. Like, so it's kind of the same feeling. I equate it to the same because like I'm here because every time I have a problem, you guys are are very motivated to fix it. And I've been in your ear when there's a problem. And
No, you.
and I'm a very happy trader because the Bitcoin chart is working perfectly.
Yeah. Very true. What about like the experience that we're trying to build right now, Jose, for large trader? I mean, I don't think we talk about customer service. I've been harping on this on Twitter for so long. I think that the early NFT projects had so much demand and so little supply that people could get away with murder. And then that was the standard that was set in the space. And I saw, could have been a troll, but a customer service agent saying, "Are you happy with the service at Coinbase?" And then they said no, and they're like, "Thank you for your," and it's like, this won't last. This will not onboard the masses. If I want to call my bank and talk to someone and feel certain that my money's okay because this is people's real money, I need to be able to speak to a human within a reasonable amount of time, especially if I have open positions, or especially if I'm having a problem with login to my social account or am being hacked. Like, real customer service has been far and away better with both of these companies than any experience. And I've prided myself on customer experience in previous projects, but the systems seem to be better for handling the flow of users. And I think that's really maybe your secret sauce. But what would you say it is, guys? And you can take it in either order. Maybe Jason, we'll start with you this time. What is your secret sauce to dealing with a large, diverse, many multi-point of view community and providing the same level of service to everybody across the board? Crypto traders can be difficult, right? It's not always easy. How do you make it look easy?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would say customer support has been one of our weaker points, all things considered, that I want us to improve on. This predates the VDEX partnership. These are probably the two biggest spaces, sectors in the industry where customer support is needed and people are very vocal. One is like anything social crypto related, like where you have a wallet and people can voice their concerns on a public timeline.
Yeah.
And then any exchange related thing, and now we're merging both. So it's intensified. I think we're still figuring this out because the way that this integration works is we built on top of VDEX. Jose calls it a soft fork. So there's elements of the code that are that is natively ours, like how we structured this. But then at the base layer, this is VDEX, So when something goes wrong, we have to identify, is that on our end or on VDEX's end? And then if it's on VDEX's end, what do we tell the user? So this is actually something that I was going to circle up with Jose this week on, because I think we, as a collective, need to sharpen that up. But listen, it is difficult and you can't please everyone. I think you guys have it down really well. And then on our side, we also have to manage the users who don't trade perps but want the social experience and so to answer your question, I don't have a perfect system yet, or we don't, but something we're working through. There's some growing pains there for sure.
Yeah,
It's very
it's an
difficult.
opportunity though. It shows you what you need to like. Even when we make mistakes as a team, I think our approach is this is exposing the things we missed, and maybe it's an expensive mistake, but we are going to get it right next time. You're goddamn sure, because we know how painful it is when we don't get it right. I think most of us learn through painful experiences the most valuable lessons. So, Jose, what would you say on this question?
First thing note, our product lead and community lead was supposed to reach out to you guys, make sure everyone was compensated and work with those. I don't know if that happened.
Yeah, not yet, but we'll gather the people. I think everyone's okay for now, but that's great.
That's unfortunate. Mikkel, please look into that.
Yeah.
Don't like how those tasks are not being executed. On the item itself, so I would say that community is one of, and support are two of our most important tenets. We want to embody this is we treat you how I wanted to be treated when I've had all these trials and tribulations myself. And so having that friendly greeter, in the start of the restaurant and the head chef coming out if anything comes wrong, those are very important elements to why traders choose VDEX over other exchanges that are nameless and faceless. So I would say that, getting our tickets set up on Arena is a top priority. And that way you just funnel them to us. Yeah. You don't worry about the tech. You don't worry about the support. We handle everything. And that really then embodies what we're good at, which is that B2B element. So we can warehouse everything under one company, and we have all sorts of partnerships that rely on us, and there's no duplication of efforts. As for the experience, so Mike, I appreciate that you are, someone who's simple. You like BTC. It worked exactly. That has not been the case for everyone yet. And so what we are in a transition period for is from getting, those early adopters. The first, we mentioned that Arena probably has a majority of hyperliquid traders still. We need to start with those early adopters, and I'm very comfortable where we are, and getting to 99, 100% with those users, and then moving on, rather than making mistakes and rushing things. I believe we're very close to that. I mentioned the downtime statistics are very good for us. We've made giant strides there. Execution, features, everything is really, we're now talking about those final few features. And the little quibbles that people bring up are just becoming laughably smaller. Of course, they're still a priority, but they are no longer inhibitors to our growth and to onboarding the masses. So feel really good about where we are. I think we're in a great position with Arena. I know this competition is our first foray into the Arena market. And then after that, it's just going to be consistency and adding more pairs.
And shout out to adding silver and gold back, baby.
Yeah, nice to have it back. That has been the most highly demanded pair. And then I think I learned from maybe Jose today that Apple is our second most traded pair.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Second highest open interest. And that is almost entirely Arena users.
Wow.
We have people who ape into Apple.
Apple Maxis.
That's right. What we're known for. One of the things.
Hey man, Apple's culture. That's for real.
I'm very excited. I know we've discussed this before, but I want to remind you we have 5 new pairs that we'll be able to launch. Our benchmark for success there is we need to relaunch WTI. Oil, of course, is very popular now. That has been down for other reasons.
Everyone at 200.
We're reminding our product team every day to get that online as soon as possible. After that happens, we'll be able to list those 5 pairs. I want, Jason, I want you and your community to have discretion over at least 3 of those. So amazing. What's next? NVIDIA, Alphabet, Amazon?
Straight stock.
Tesla.
Stock market.
We're not even a crypto app anymore.
Well, crypto's boring right now.
It's going to all melt into the same pot, though. And I think that's what we're seeing. Like, it's all getting mixed up. It's just the new financial system that we, however it ends up, what distribution of power traditional finance has and the distribution to decentralized sources. I think that's, something we will build through consensus, and probably horrible politicians with their own agendas in mind that we will have to be very wary of when people are trying to push for us. I want to ask something just off the cuff, because you guys are also very funny and fun founders, and like, they always look so serious and they're always so deep in the trenches building, but we laugh a lot as a team. And when I have calls with Jason, we're constantly laughing. So I want to know just some random things. Like, Jose, what is your biggest pet peeve on crypto Twitter right
now? Jason, you go first.
It's a tough one.
Jason's active much more.
Yeah, I think my pet peeve with X as a whole, not even just crypto Twitter, is like, I'm not a huge fan of the algo. I get just bizarrely random stuff when I'm trying to filter through it. I think more broadly speaking, like, CT feels so toxic and dead right now. It's everyone just complaining about the trenches, wondering why they didn't sell earlier, fighting with each other. Coping. I don't know. It's like every bear market, it gets like super. It's actually like a really good signal of where we're at in the cycle. Like, just looking at the crypto Twitter sentiment, it always works, but it's an absolute cesspool at the moment.
Isn't that kind of like a bottom signal a little bit?
Kind of.
Yeah, like, but the problem is it normally like is prolonged in a bear, so you'll have just months of like toxicity while everyone loses it all and then vents, and then those are the same people who come back the second the market picks up again.
It's so predictable.
Yeah,
every freaking time.
So exhausting.
It's hilarious to watch. It's a bunch of, unfortunately, coping, but there's Benjamin Cowan talks about this. It's called social risk. Like, he has like a chart that like calculates social risk about like talking about crypto to people, and that's kind of like that sentiment to be able to know like when it's a good, like when crypto's kind of bottoming, or when it's like risky to talk about crypto versus not, right? So it's a funny little thing that you can chart out, and you actually can. I use it a lot, actually. I do use that. Like, when I took my profits this year, it was like, oh my god, we're going to this price is outrageous, because I was here in 2021 and I round tripped a lot of stuff, and but I told myself, like, this is my first bull run, like I've actually like investing in a decent amount of money. I wanted to use it as a learning experience because I didn't know what it felt like. So I learned by a lot of mistakes, and that's how it is. The longer you stick around here, like, you kind of see the same things over and over and over. The seasonality of crypto on Twitter, in the charts, wherever, right?
Did that inspire anything in you, Jose?
I was just thinking about how I've made those mistakes founding companies.
Yeah, makes sense. Ryan, Jason, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna actually, like, I did notice an interesting observation though, because I've been through a few bear markets now, and normally, like, at this point in the cycle, like, engagement drops off a cliff. People like completely exit the space, and they're just they lose everything, and they leave, and they're like, screw this, and then they come back in the bull. But actually, I am seeing, maybe this is just like personal to me, but I am seeing pretty high engagement for where we're at in the cycle. And I don't know if that's a product of the algo or maybe just in my silo, but like, that is interesting to me. It does show me that like there's a lot of eyes and activity in the market still, despite like what's happening to the transaction.
I can attest to that, actually. So our numbers are the highest they've ever been, both in terms of volume, in terms of volume per user, in terms of number of fees per user, compared to November. And of course, we've grown since then, so it's not a perfect one-to-one comparison. We've grown a lot since then, and about the per capita per user numbers, then it could just indicate we have more whales, more traders, but still, it does not feel like a bear market in VDEX at least.
Yeah. And I think part of that is because you're working together. Like, I think our realities would probably be very different for both teams did we not have this partnership. And I think a lot of founders are going to look to this model as a way to potentially survive. These are very viable companies operating in the worst of times. And I think if you are a big brain founder, you're looking at every way possible to be able to make this work, and partnering with other good teams who are building good stuff in the space and have great reputations. There's not, I mean, crypto Twitter is built on reputation. Yeah. So if you can share two good reputations, you amplify both people, and those nice network effects pour into the ecosystem. And then, you know, we'll be dealing with AVAX directly very soon. I just think the more alignment and the more you can create a flow that you're a part of and kind of riding ahead of a meta or a trend, instead of trying to be everything to everyone in every chain, because that's what I think kills so many teams. They don't really understand who their ideal customer is, and so they're responding reactively to every customer feedback, and having a really clear idea of who you're trying to onboard and what the ideal user for your ecosystem is really important to that success. Do you guys have experience or thoughts on how you think about what type of users you're trying to bring onto the platforms?
Yeah, Jose, feel free to jump in.
I was gonna let you go first, but sure. So our user demographic, I'm not sure I understood the question correctly, but you can tell me if I answered it right.
Okay.
So the user demographic we're trying to onboard has changed quite a bit due to backend dynamics and everything, although it's sort of changed once again with Arena. So in a very real way, what we are trying to do is expand our tech stack and expand, I suppose, the influence we have in people's mind. And what I mean by that is this first partnership is groundbreaking, because it really sets the blueprints for what could be. And without getting into too many details, we have already thinking about doing this in other partnerships. And one of them is very exciting that will also end up working with Arena directly. So it will be a weird three-way partnership, but
we're having a threesome. Nice.
On that. when launch date comes. But the point here is that it's a really it actually starts externally, but also internally. It starts us thinking, okay, we are a tech stack, we are a cryptography company, and we are effectively licensing our technology to partners. And then, we have these very complicated hedging technologies as well, and very complicated market making technologies. We've devised all of these this full tech stack. When you're partnering with VDEX, you're getting the VMM, you're getting VMM3, you're getting VDEX itself, you're getting access to our ZK state channels, and that becomes the product. And so in that way, our end user becomes the Arenas of the world, and that expansion of thinking is really what's going to help us and help the community realize how big this could be.
Yeah, I love that. Jason, did that buy you enough time?
Yeah, that's exactly what I needed right there. Thank you. No, but like similar to what Jose's saying, I do think our target audience is also shifting, as it needs to, as your platform evolves and the market conditions evolve, etc. I don't think like this is a surprise to anyone, but we are leaning heavily into the social trading concept. We think it's like the future of where all this is headed, and less towards and not that we don't care deeply about this, but less towards the just, vanilla social features, and more like specifically towards social trading. We still offer all the tools for people who aren't traders to enjoy their experience, but this is really kind of where we're honing right now. So it does take a certain type of user. There are like traders who will never want to do this, still want to remain private on platforms like VDEX or anonymous on stuff like Hyperliquid. But there are, a core demographic that loves like what we're doing. And
look at Reddit and like the whole Wall Street's Bet stuff, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think Machi and James Wynn like the attention, and I don't understand why they're not on the Arena trading. That's just my conclusion.
I'm hitting up I would love to see them here.
Yeah.
And
Open call to anyone who knows them.
yeah,
Hook up a call.
let's make it happen. We could put some deals together. But
Yeah.
I think like in general, so yeah, your target audience should be constantly evolving. And I want to kind of elaborate on something that I think Jose was getting at, which there's too much. What I think the space hasn't got to yet is like a focus around distribution and collaboration to make that happen. Everyone's very territorial in this space, and like people think they need to own the entire stack from the liquidity layer to the actual like protocol. It's like very like territorial. The problem with that is there's now like more things to use than there probably are users right now. So it's like distribution is king. And I think where we're trying to get to, just speaking on Arena's behalf, is like no ego in like us needing to build everything, anymore.
Yeah.
It's like if we can provide distribution, keep our users happy, and offer our partners access to a new user base that they didn't have before, we can all win.
Yeah.
And here's
The
the
Shopify model almost, right?
yeah. And here's the crazy part that like people don't believe in or don't want to think about. If you're offering a good enough service where people find value, you can charge a little more for it, and it's not the end of the world. And both protocols can earn the fees that they need for it to make sense. So I hope that this is, a case study of like how these things can work.
Yeah.
And I think people need to start thinking about distribution rather than ownership of everything, because that only gets you so far.
Yeah, that's so true. Like I remember back in 2020 when it felt like that way. It's like this coin versus this coin. Very like it felt like supporting a coin was like supporting a religion. And like as an investor, like investors run away when like investments feel like religions, right? Because that tells you that like it's overvalued and all that kind of stuff like that, right? I come from like an investment mindset. Like I'm a trader, I'm an investor. That's the whole thing. And humans' best asset is the ability to work together. That's why when we work together, it's our superpower, because we're not the strongest animal in the world, and and all that kind of stuff like that, right? So collaboration. We need way more collaboration in this space, especially like like we got the institutions coming in, we got the big players coming in, and they don't want to come into the space like where all kids bickering, like what I mean, like let's all work together and grow this thing, because we're all on the same team. We're all on team crypto. We all want mass adoption. We all want the space to be the new layer of social and finance of the world. So like just work together.
And we want people to come to VDEX, but we also want people to go to the arena, right? Like imagine partnering with Facebook early and getting to earn tokens from this next SocialFi app and being an early brand integrated. If you're an app or a developer with a product that makes sense with the arena, the more the ecosystem grows, the more the value for everybody grows. So I think, just to put my personal 2 cents in as well on the partnership, it's been extremely smooth. These are great people to work with. They have gone above and beyond in helping with the integration and getting us to market and to where we are. Amazingly throwing this big trading competition with us that I want to get to in a few minutes and see where we're at numbers wise and all that good stuff. But just it's been a great process. I think, as a team, we don't really know how this is going to go. How high of a priority is it? Does this align? But you have to be willing to take those risks and try new things, or you're going to get the same results that everybody else is getting. So I think you guys really are a model to other founders to start thinking of creative ways to grow your networks outside of, hey, we're partnering with this project. Here's a cross collab tweet, like we did in 21, right? Just trying to steal trust, basically. And it's very BVB in that environment. You're always trying to get the upper deal. we want to make the best outcome for both teams. And we're very aligned in that, because the further either one of us goes, the further the other one goes too. So I love the no ego kind of vibes that we have between our teams. And I would highly recommend, if you have something cool and exciting, chatting with Jason about bringing it to the arena, because it's a pretty hot app these days. Are you worried about Twitter financializing?
I mean, they already are. So that's part of the reason, we constantly need to pivot and be agile. I don't think they're going to be monetizing in the way we are. But they're, they're a monolith, like that is very hard to go toe to toe, if not near impossible with Elon. So like, you really have to be differentiated. And this is one of the first times where people aren't seeing like a stark resemblance between us and X, which in my mind is actually a good thing, because we're starting to differentiate in a positive way. Like, there's a reason for you to go to Arena that you can't just get, through X. I mean, that was always the case, but now I think it's more like clear.
Yeah. Jose, what pitch would you make to developers looking to build on top of new technologies? We're talking about how we are B2B, we have a core tech stack. What are the attractive things to building on top of our core stack, and what type of developers are we looking for to partner with in the near and midterm?
Sure. So two types. We're always currently hiring for backend developers that want to contribute in a salaried or even open source manner. The second is to build on top of our stack the way Arena has. And it's quite simple. We take care of everything technical. We handle not only the underlying cryptography, which allows for the regulatory arbitrage, the sub-millisecond finality, and the dark pool, but also the exchange itself, the market making, the hedging, as well as the customer support and maintaining operations, adding pairs, everything. So that's what you get. And all you need to do is build a front end on top and market it.
Yeah, like any kind of product, right? Anything you choose to build on top of Ethereum, say you could build on top of a virtual market maker of your own, presumptively one day. And for now, you could tie into the existing liquidity pool, which is a great value for somebody building something new. We have a potentially unique partnership in the works to do a product that way. So I like how Jose says things like, we're going to move quick and break things and pivot fast, fail fast. And then we know what the mistakes are. And I think everybody on the team is very emotionally mature at like being able to see the big picture and not play blame games and just say, okay, these are the problems. How do we solve it? And that's, for me, a rare team experience. There doesn't seem to be a lot of ego in our team. So I just want to applaud you guys for that. Mike, I want to kick it to you. Ask what's up with this trading competition. Are you in it? Are you winning?
I don't know if I'm in it. Do I have to go on the arena or do I trade from VDEX? I do. Okay. I haven't done it yet.
Mike, that's a crazy question.
Right. I don't
ask at this point.
I've been I haven't been in the trading competition. I've been having a rough time trading last little while. I'm clawing my way back. I had a really bad week last week, and I went back to basics and just like getting back in the mojo. I haven't yet, but what I do want to know is if you guys know, what is the most traded coin on the competition? I'm curious to know that.
Jose would have those stats more than me.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Bitcoin.
I like it.
But
Yeah.
so high up there.
Yeah. What are the overall numbers looking like?
Yeah, I'll walk through some of these. I'm gonna pull it up. So it's been live for a few days. There's still 8 days left. We've hit 100 total unique traders, which is really good.
Amazing.
We started at,
44, I think was the first update I got from you.
Yeah. So it's 2.5x in the last couple of days,
Amazing.
Which is great in bad market conditions. We've passed 6 million. I think we're about to hit 7 million in volume in just a few days. That's just for the competition, not including the time before that.
Mm-hmm.
As Jose mentioned, only one brief period of downtime, despite increased activity. I don't know the overall deposits, but Jose would have better insight into that. But overall, 100 unique traders so far, and we're getting close to the $10 million in volume mark, which we're not even halfway through this thing. It
Dang.
gets crazy towards the end.
Oh yeah.
We're seeing a lot of profitable traders actually, which is really cool to see. So actually, some of the highest volume traders are very high on P&L efficiency as well. So they're not just like farming this thing. They're
Can
actually
they teach
putting
me how
in.
to trade too while
Yeah.
they're
So
we
what
have
is
copy
more
trading going.
weighted? Is it by volume or is it by the P&L efficiency? Like what is more like higher weighted?
There's two tracks weighted equally in terms of the rewards you get.
Okay,
So
okay.
there's you could place in the volume track, which is straight volume, and then the P&L efficiency, which actually takes into account how efficient you are as a trader. So relative to the volume you're putting in and the size of your trades, right? So it doesn't like fully discriminate if you're, putting in a $50 trade versus a $10,000, right? So it's really like the skill
Okay.
of the trader. And we do also offer rewards for just general participation. $15,000 in total rewards across a few different assets. You have arena tokens, VDEX credits, cash. So
and don't forget the losers bracket.
the losers, well, I said participation. So yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
trying to be more gentle.
That's true.
but-
As a longtime
But yeah,
loser myself, I'm
I'll
okay
have
with
to.
the term.
I'll have to get in there. I know I had some issues with my my Arena wallet, so I had to make a new
Oh,
account.
no.
So I will
He
get.
was rare.
I will make it 101 active traders, and Shark Daddy, watch out because I'm an Apex predator here. So I will
Let's
be.
go.
This
I
is
will be.
a great time to mention that it's not too late. The competition has really just begun. Now is the best time to hop in there. And
I just wanted to give everybody a head start. Like, come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure that was
It's going to
today.
get exciting it's going to get exciting, I think, during the last few days. But where this really picked up was actually this weekend. Like insane activity, probably the most we've seen on Arena perps over a weekend.
I was trading. I was streaming with Matthew on the weekend, Malik, and we're doing some trades, man. We got some trades in it. It's we did pretty good. I think
Okay. Were they
he was
wins or
killing it.
losses? You're not.
We
giving much
both
detail.
won. I predicted some Bitcoin trade live that some of the viewers got, and Malik got a nice Tau trade in.
Nice.
He
He's
loves
obsessed with
Tau.
that lately.
Yeah, Tau's been good. It's got a good narrative right now.
Yeah. Well, I want to give you guys a few minutes for final thoughts. So maybe collect those. And I think, Meme Scope Monday, if you're supporting that, like, come on, man. Let's support real builders who are actually building things that are going to drive this space forward. People who are doing it smartly, people who are spending their budgets and their runway in the best ways possible to build their community. Jose just bought himself a chair, and that was like a huge deal. He doesn't pay himself. Like our founders are not extractors of this ecosystem. So I would put it to each of you watching that we vote with our dollar bills. And if we keep voting for casinos, and if we keep voting for, just hyper speculative assets, this industry is dead. I think Vitalik is right. And, this isn't a casino. The world is not a casino. And there is no sustainable business model except tricking poor gamblers like Vegas has done for millions of years and then build protections around your industry so nobody can get in. That's not what we came here for. Almost every single friend I have in the space came here for a bigger, more altruistic reason. And we do vote with our dollars. So make sure you're voting for good actors. And Mike, do you have anything before we pass it over to the boys?
I would just, I was gonna ask, like, the future. Like, what do you guys in the short term got that you guys upcoming? What do you guys got in the mid long term for the future, for maybe throughout the rest of this year, that we can be excited to look forward to?
Yeah, happy to kind of jump in. I actually put a tweet out a couple hours ago, but tomorrow, pretty big milestone for us. We're gonna be finally releasing a mobile app. So
Yes, let's go.
And can you confirm that this is not an April Fool's joke?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna still
What if she's a one?
I'm
If
gonna
it is
Please
still
a
call the
single-
question.
I'm gonna leave suspense out there, because if there is an actual delay, I can say it was an April Fool's joke.
He's got a scapegoat now.
I
You
can
are
hedge.
the true founder, Jason.
How you do it?
I can
That's
hedge.
a masterclass right there.
Oh, well, we got the mobile app. Not.
Psych.
Yeah, it is April 1st in 2 hours.
We should announce something huge tomorrow too, and then if we don't deliver it, just whatever.
Yeah.
That's Jason. You're a genius. I love the way your mind works.
Your wallet is empty. April Fool.
April Fools.
Like,
what
oh,
are you most excited coming up for us, Jose? And then you can go into just your final thoughts about the show, the space, where the market's going. What's on your mind as a founder building through this atrocious bear market right now?
What I'm most excited about actually is improving operations, which is pretty boring. So I'll give a second answer, which is no, I'm really excited about improving operations.
It's actually been fun.
It's been we've been hiring so many people of the work that we used to do. We're just building out the team. We're actually becoming bosses. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Get a
per
well-oiled
second.
machine over here.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe the users do benefit from that. I mean, they get less downtime.
100%.
It is directly to them. But what might be more exciting for the users to get their hands on, I would just say, honestly, regular cadence of more listed pairs. I mean, it's crazy how long it's been since we've had listed pairs. We've had, what we exchanged it for was stability, and that was nice. But now it is really time to start listing again, for real this time, for real. And
For real,
so
for real?
I'm excited to start doing that. Whenever we fix WTI. So soon.
Actually, really quick on that before I go, I think this is a good opportunity, Jose, for all our people watching who don't, I'm saying arena people, non-perps people who don't understand the intricacies of listing things, who are just like, why is there not more markets here? Can you actually speak?
I'm actually curious.
With what you're able to say, can you speak to some of the things that you need to consider that people don't realize, and why it's so difficult?
Listing itself is not difficult. We can list in under an hour. However, there are a lot of limitations in the current tech stack. So specifically, we need to basically upgrade our storage and our RAM, and that is not as simple as just clicking a button and paying more. We need to reorient all of our services to actually go into RAM rather than CPU, and that process it's an 8-week process for one engineer to do. Oh, wow. So it's a big upgrade. We are having more capacity lately to dedicate to that. But right now, the way our timeline is sort of working is we need to get all of the urgent things done. And then this is called Redis, before we start working on Redis. So once we start working on Redis, it's going to be a very quiet month and a half. We'll still have some features that we'll purposely not have launched just so we can have something during this time. But in actual development, there will be no PRs. There'll be nothing. It's just this one thing we're doing. And whenever we start that is however many more features we can get in beforehand. So what's that tipping balance? Do we allow traders to export their CSV? Is that a before Redis or an after Redis? So it's become a mythical timestamp now, BR and AR.
That's so true.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Any final thoughts from you, Jason?
Yeah. So we have an exciting roadmap, mobile app coming out tomorrow. It's not going to have perps. It's not going to have some financial features, and it is just on iOS, but this is a while in the making, and it starts getting us to even broader distribution. Besides that, copy trading, for people like Mick, who are having difficulties right now. No, I'm kidding.
Challenge.
What's really cool about what we've built in terms of like the social layer on top of these things is you have verifiable proof of people's performance. You're not just trusting an X tweet or what people are saying. You can actually see people's performance attached to their social identity and reputation. And then you could choose to copy or counter trade them automatically. So it's not manual like other apps. So for example, if you're an amazing trader, but you're in Asia and I'm in America, like there's half the day I'm sleeping and missing your trades, but now it automatically will copy or counter trade.
How does that work? Do you lock in a certain amount that's allocated to just to copy?
Yeah. So I'll give you a brief like example. So if Jose was a trader and I copy traded him, I would pledge a certain amount. So let's say I put $1,000 in this portfolio to copy trade Jose. Any trade that Jose puts in, it calculates the percentage of the portfolio. Let's say he puts 10% of his portfolio on a BTC long. It would then take 10% of your escrowed amount, so $100 out of the 1,000, and it would mirror that BTC long. And then when he closes it, it would also close it, and Jose would get some fees as an incentive for being copy traded. You could also counter trade people who are like very bad. If we have a Jim Cramer on here, then you can
inverse Mick.
Yeah.
And
no, it's still Kramer. We'll get him on the show.
This is going to be like such a fun social element of it. This is like what SocialFi is, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be cool. We also have agents. We have a whole AI agent economy. The main focus of our agents is actually in trading. So unfortunately, right now they can only trade on Hyperliquid. We're opening up the endpoint for VDEX. But when copy trading comes out, you choose, do I want to copy trade agents, humans? Like this is actually supposed to help people become more informed and
Can
better.
I program my AI, the agent on VDEX to trade a certain way? Because I made an indicator. I'm curious if I can like program the strategy into this AI agent.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's what people are doing right now.
Oh my God, I love this. I'll try that.
You literally can launch.
That's still last week. I don't even know how you haven't heard of this yet.
You can launch an agent on Arena, program it with no prior knowledge needed, program it to focus on whatever you want. It'll launch a token alongside it with creator fees, so you could pay for your compute. And a lot of people have launched these and made them into traders. And you'll see if you look at the activity tab on Arena, we get perps trades every few seconds, and you could see which ones are from agents or humans. And then on the leaderboard, if they have a little robot icon, it's an agent. And this really, we're giving people informed decisions on like, who do you want to copy trade here? And we haven't even rolled out like like the coolest agents, like agents that are copying the best Hyperliquid traders, which then people can copy that.
Yeah.
Agents that like you could really start going down the rabbit hole here. We haven't even gotten there yet. Right now, we're just fixing the kinks, making sure this stuff works, rolling out early competitions. But I think this is going to get, crazier and crazier. Like it's ramping up by the day. It's not, it wasn't like a short-term euphoric release that then fizzled away. Like we're seeing day over day, week over week growth.
That's
so
what I like about
exciting.
Jason. We're growth over growth people. We're sustainable numbers. We're not launch a token, make a bunch of money. Listen, maybe because we're not good at it, but we're also in the moral right.
Well, I was going to say,
we appreciate that.
Your ethical founder is not smart enough to do it. That distinction should be very clear. These are two of the brightest founders I've met, and if they put their powers to evil, this would be a very different space. And I think they are here for the long term to make the space a better
Jose
space.
would have a gold-plated chair right now.
I know.
Yeah.
The Gucci chair.
Grill, everything. I can see you with a grill today.
Regrets. But I am very excited about agents and about copy trading. I can't wait till they come to VDEX.
Yeah. Feels a bit like we're where the Arena was, building some of their bigger features and getting ready for these bigger launches where they were a couple months ago. And we're partnering with them in their growth phase. And then we're going to have a bunch of big announcements. And like, we just keep pushing and propelling and pulling each other forward as we go. So,
and let me add one more thought here. I know we're a little over. We're also this is something
Mike's going to make me listen to charts after this. So,
all right. So we got a few more minutes to spare you, Mick. But we're also, I think, pioneering something really cool here. Farming has a very negative connotation now, farming and airdrops, because like almost every airdrop launch in the last like 12 months has been down only. And well, I think we're doing something kind of cool here where I don't like the word farming, but you're able to earn like double or triple rewards from like single trades. So like what we've seen so far to date in the industry is very kind of simplistic, which is just like you do an action on a platform, you earn points for that action, and then that eventually equates to a token airdrop. That's like the extent of what we've seen. Now, since we have this cross hybrid of different protocols, VDEX is pre TGE, we're post TGE. Like we could do like this mix of really cool incentives.
yeah.
So right now with this reward, you're actually able to triple farm. So if you put a trade in on a BTC long, you're not just hoping BTC goes up. That's great. But with that one trade, you're earning V points, which will qualify for VDEX's highly anticipated TGE. You're farming Arena Alpha points, which is our uprising V2. And you're getting your share of this $15,000 reward pool, all on top of the actual trade itself. So like we're able
and
to,
even if you lose, you win.
Exactly. So
right?
we not only
It's a triple rainbow.
And I know this stuff seems obvious. It's just like more rewards, but like it is actually really cool because we're able to align protocols that are at different stages in their life cycles.
Yeah.
Like we're able to align a pre-TGE protocol with a post-TGE protocol. We're able to align social tools with financial tools. We're able to do all these things that if you just build in silos, to my point earlier, you want to just own everything and create this walled garden. You're not able to. So we're actually sharing rewards with users. We're sharing protocols. We're sharing all these things. And the thesis is the pie will grow bigger because of this. So
what is that saying? Like the rising tide lifts all ships, right?
Yeah.
So
If I hear that one more time, I'm gonna throw up.
I also think it's important. Like I'm also like, I guess, shilling this because like people are looking for ways to earn right now. Like it's a bleak, it's a barren
Why wouldn't you
desert.
diversify your farming in one farm and have 3 opportunities instead of trying to pick 1 or 2 winners here and there?
So listen, like the fees are a little higher if you trade through Arena than if you use these protocols individually. But I'm very confident to say the rewards you're earning by doing this will outweigh the fees in the long haul if you do it like correctly, right? Not financial advice. Like, you still, you own your trades and you don't have to do anything
with your
of what I'm
friends.
saying.
And you're getting alpha from other active traders. If you don't have a trading community, there are so many people helpful in the Arena community doing trading shows. Like it's a very niche mini Twitter, right?
Exactly. So you could, just go to VDEX Core and pay less fees and have a great experience. You could just go to Hyperliquid, pay less fees, have a great experience. Or you could come onto Arena, triple farm, get all these rewards, get copy trade others, share alpha, like be part of a PvE community. I think, the people are going to see more and more like this is the path to go down.
Don't be surprised if I launch an agent tonight, Jason. I'm going to get an agent that copy trades all the best agents, and then you diversify into my agent.
and then someone will launch an agent that copy trades that agent, and we're just
it's just turtles all the way down, right?
It's gonna get crazy.
Super good show tonight, you guys. I always love having you on. I think some really good moments tonight that really illuminate how powerful this relationship is. So I think VDEX community members, Arena community members, it's time to get excited. Like this is working. We are building products that are working together to push the AVAX ecosystem in particular forward. and it's time to get on board. You have to believe and you have to support if you want this industry to win. And if you're screaming on the timeline and just complaining and fudding about everybody, you're hurting the industry. You're doing the opposite of what you are claiming to do. I'm cleaning it up. No, talk to people privately. Like I'm this is maybe just my mom pet peeve. That's what I was going to say. My pet peeve is people fudding everybody all over Twitter, because it's zero productive and we won't get any further because of it. So thank you, gentlemen, again for coming on today. I am sure we will do it again very soon. I am going to pretend to learn how to trade for a while, and then we will wrap the show tonight. So
right, thanks for coming on, guys. I enjoyed the chat.
We'll have you on soon.
Guys. Thank you so much for having us.
All right, take care, guys. All right.
Do I have to? I'm kidding.
Fine. I'm kidding.
Fine. No,
we're not going to go too much.
See what you think about market direction. I need you to do a Solana chart for me.
I got you. Give me 1 second. Let me share my screen real quick. Let's go here. Entire screen. Boom. Ta-da. Okay. So, let me get rid of these I didn't know if we were going to read news today, so I had some articles pulled up. Cool. So market direction. I'm gonna go through it real quick. I don't need to beat around the bush here. I'm just gonna get to it. Tomorrow 9 p.m. we have Trade Daddies. We'll get in the weeds and we'll get really.
It's where you actually learn to trade. This is the teaser for the Trade Daddies show.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm so excited to get our shirts done. I got nice shirts. They're all Adidas, so they're actually
I'm excited.
Quality.
Also, I have a big box of VDAC shirts heading my way this week, so I'll be sure I'll bring your shirt to Vegas. And I have some mailing to do because it has taken a while to get these ordered. Kept trying to do it right before events, and then we get really close, and then it wouldn't be making it in time, and so I'd put it off until after the event. And then I'll think about it until the next event.
Just make sure when you ship it, it doesn't have to come through the Strait of Hormuz, because it's a shit show right there right now.
Hard pass.
All right. So
tell me what's happening.
Bitcoin, when you zoom out down, I keep coming back to my 3-day chart, because my 3-day chart, I see it like the clearest. You see, the all-time high, and then you came down and you made a bear flag, you came down and you're just making another one. In my opinion, it kind of looks like we broke down and are trying to get back into the pattern. So if we get back in, look for it to bounce to the upside, so we can go up to like 77. It could stall out. Like it can get back in, stall out, and just roll over. Like that's a possibility. This white line is volume, the visual range profile, and this white line shows like they call it a point of control. It's where there's a lot of volume and price kind of sticks. As you can see, it oscillates on this line. So if we get above it and bounce off it, we flip it as support, and then we move, we continue on up in this bear flag. All in all, like inevitably, this is probably going to break down to 48K. When it happens, I couldn't tell you. It's anybody's guess. Whether it's May, like I'll tell you, like the last bear flag, it took from we'll go from this wick before when it starts to break down. It took 68 days, right? And from here we're about
I keep seeing 45K. Is that on the table in your opinion?
Yeah, I could see it. Like again, 48K doesn't mean it could wick lower. And not to say that we go to 48K and we kind of do something like this, make another bear flag and go down to like 40 or 35K. Like I'm starting to think in the high 30s, mid to high 30s is like the cycle bottom.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong, and that's fine. But I do think we're going to be seeing another leg down pretty soon, within at least the next like month or two. I'd be very surprised if we haven't started breaking down at least by May. But we'll see. Like again, nobody knows where this market's going to go. But when we zoom out, market direction is down. Doesn't mean we can't oscillate in this channel still. So we can still come up as high as like 76, 77K. Like this is why we look to this, what we're doing like day to day. Like when I day trade, I'm just scalping, right? So I'm looking at the smaller time frames right now. So like what I've been looking at is the 4 hour, right? Like the 4 hour, curving up, and was this like a double bottom, and we get to that 200-day moving average at 69,000. And then I'm looking at the 1 hour here. Like the 1 hour, my model's gonna looks like it might show up soon, right? We have the smooth moving average, making its way up to the 200. When we cross, that's the bull. Like that's where I get
Mhm.
bullish, right? And then we go down to like this is where my model lives and breathes. It's the 5 minute. And
Mhm.
as you can see, these green dots are my indicators. So it's not great, as you can see, during sideways chop, because we're just oscillating around that 200-day moving average.
Mhm.
So it's not the greatest during chop, but like it does catch trend. Like this one wouldn't have worked out for you, but this one would have, right?
Right.
And then same thing with if we go when we have like big moves. Let me bring this down a bit. There we go. So when we have big moves, you can get stopped out a couple times, but you catch the one and you catch a huge move up. Like you would have caught the entire day there. I
Mhm.
still got a lot of cleaning up to do on it, because I think it's triggering too much. I think I gotta make it trigger a little bit less, but
Mhm.
it's been accurate over the last like a 30 to 90 days. You're looking at like 38 to 40% accurate, which is still pretty good for when
Yeah.
it comes to trading. So
Especially if
uh,
your wins are a little bigger than, I mean, you always set close stop losses. So,
yeah, again, your risk is your own. It's personal. However it makes you feel comfortable. I'm risk adverse, so I like to use 1% of my portfolio per trade. Sometimes even less. To be
happens to
honest,
the best of
lately
us.
I've been just bringing my stop loss to break even, more often than not, and then just
Mhm.
because if the idea doesn't work out, because it's so choppy right now. Like
Yeah.
like nobody, like I even know, like my mentor, like he's doing the same thing, because it's like we don't know where this market's go. This war, there could be in and out. Like Trump could say something tomorrow and all of a sudden the market dumps, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
or rips. So
Yeah.
like you got to be really careful out there, and the most important thing in trading is protecting your capital. So short term, like I'm looking at this 5 minute, low stochastics, low RSI. Do we maybe come down, bounce off this 200-day moving average and continue up?
Uh-huh.
Maybe 70K in the next, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's
Okay.
Wednesday. My like Tuesdays, like today was a good day for trading. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
volatility on Tuesday. Um, and like what I did, this is where I sold my short too early, or my long too early, was let's see here, was this morning, before market open. So that's
Yeah.
actually
I
when
see
I
it.
got to work. Yeah, so I got in, where was it? Here. Okay. So 12:30, no, we want earlier, 8:30. Yeah, okay. So I got in here. It was the 1 minute cross,
Mhm.
and then I got in a little late, because like the cross happened and I got to work, and then it came down here, and I'm like, okay, let me get the bounce off the 200-day moving average. That's where I got in. I'm like, and I got out here. I missed this entire thing.
I love that for you.
But
It's so mean.
so this is and it's a learning lesson, because the idea was, you get in here, your stop loss below the 200-day moving average, and you go, and you just let it go. I chickened out and I sold too early, because I wanted to make sure I locked in profits. And I missed out on the entire move today. I could still be holding this trade.
Yeah.
So the learning lesson: when you have an idea, stick to the idea. If you get stopped out, the idea didn't work out, hit another trade another day, right? But
Mhm.
I'm reducing the amount of trades I do in a day. I'm gonna do like one or two trades, or just one, and that's it, and then just close it up for the day, because
Mhm.
it's just you can get chopped up if you start, like, you get in a bad habit of chasing, and I've done it. You lose some money. I lost like $600 that one day because I was chasing revenge trading,
Yep.
and I'm not gonna get caught like that again. You learn by failure.
True that.
So that's it in a
Yeah.
nutshell. Overall, we're in a bear market. We're still going down. You know,
Hate that. I'm still in
typically,
denial. I'm
you
a
know what?
bear nerd. I don't believe bear markets ever exist. I think they are a myth that creates bear markets.
Well, you're kind of right. You like, because it
It's
is
narrative.
it's a social thing, right? Because we all believe that there's a bear market, then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
But it's not controlled by us. Like there's the government has a debt refinancing cycle.
Yeah.
So
And the
they have
collective consciousness and beliefs of what the government is doing, and that narrative shifts day to day, you know?
Yeah, well, like it's a social construct where everybody believes it happens, so people start to protect themselves and start selling assets, which brings
Yeah.
assets go down. But it is a real thing that, like, when the federal bank raises rates, it actually tightens monetary policy. Debt becomes more expensive. So if you have a credit card debt or you have debt, you're going to have less discretionary income. So
Mm-hmm.
naturally, you're going to claw back, maybe not go to dinner, not go to the movies. Like, so it does actually have an effect on the
Yeah.
economy, which makes sense. But the extent of how much things get sold off, um, again, that's the social thing where it's a
Yeah.
snowball effect on the way down until we finally hit a bottom where there's more people thinking that we're under or sort of oversold than overbought, and then you just get an influx of buyers versus sellers, and then the uptrend starts, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the mechanics. Like this is my mechanic brain thinking about like the
Yeah.
machine of the economy, how it works, trying to break
I'm
it down
grateful
like
for it.
gear by gear, how it works. And
We're also a great partnership because I'm like the vibes culture person and you're that smart, responsible person.
yeah, I
Match made in heaven.
it's so weird. Like I know I'm comfortable with you, so we have great conversations. But when with new people, like I'm the quiet person, like because I'm in my head a lot. Like I'm
Yeah.
very analytical thinking, but like
I'm
this is
pretty
why
disarming, if you will.
like I like the fireside chats. I don't know if I'd ever be able to go on stage. Oh, no, I shouldn't say never. That's right now. I probably wouldn't be going on stage by myself and
Yeah.
carrying an entire conversation. I like the back and forth.
Ooh, I just got invited to a Masters crypto event during the Masters. It's gonna have like John Daly, the old famous golfer,
Oh damn!
I
Where?
guess, and then some other golfers. Probably not Tiger because he's recently been arrested. That's a little disappointing. And also, God, I watched him play at the Masters 2 years ago, and he looked like a freaking god, right?
Tiger?
On a little practice putt putt tee. It's like he is in that moment. He is nothing else but a golfer. And then to see the picture of him being arrested after having that just like larger than life, feeling the magic in the air moment with him, that should give everybody in the world freaking hope, right? Because if you focus and if you lock in and if you believe in something and you really freaking go for it, even the people who are doing those things you dream of doing have shitty days. So don't look at your
Yeah.
shitty days and say, well, I'm a shitty person. Those people have far more crazy, toxic drama. It is not the life you want. So don't selectively,
Don't compare yourself to them.
yeah,
Comparison is
and
the thief of joy.
selectively view yourself against them, right? Like all things being equal, they got lucky and they didn't give up, right? There's a few. I think what determines success is much more perseverance than intelligence, right? Because
Yeah.
if you persevere, you keep learning the correct lessons while you're doing. And if you're really intelligent, you're just sitting back and overanalyzing while somebody else is getting ahead on the product that you want to build. So
See,
I don't
I
know where
don't
that
think
tangent came
I don't
from.
I don't think it's like I don't think it's luck. I think you attract success by
Mm,
becoming attractive, which
yeah,
is if you have depression, practicing gratitude and changing your
yeah,
mindset and the way you think, like rewire the way you
yeah.
think naturally.
AA did that for me.
Yeah. And
Highly
then like
recommend 12-step programs of any variety.
you start to attract, better people. Your environment is extremely important
Yeah,
to how successful you are or could and can be. So
yeah,
if you're truly trying to level up your life and create a better life for yourself, look around you, look at your environment and think of things that you can change. Like, are you repeating the same habits? It's maybe a product of your environment. So
yeah,
um I wake up every morning and I've been practicing gratitude. Like, I'm thinking of my life. I'm lucky that I live in a country where there's not bombs going off and I have food on my plate every day. Like, it's the
yes.
small things, like, that we take for granted because it's just so normal for us. But
Mhm.
when you pull yourself out of that and think about it, you start, and that actually pulled me out of, like, in 2022, I had like pretty bad depression, and
Yeah,
it brought practicing that every day, like, and just doing it. And like when I'm in a bad mood, just like stop myself, like you like
yeah,
interrupting those negative thoughts, because it becomes like, again, a snowball loop of negative thoughts over and over and over. And if you can interrupt that and find a way, however it works for you,
Yeah,
your life, everything changes. Like
I know.
your reality changes.
Yeah. I am zero offended by any words because words mean everything, but also nothing. They just mean whatever you put into them. But
Mm.
I am a proponent, maybe not of the term for large public distribution, but the concept of retard maxing and just fucking getting up and doing it. Don't overthink. Don't, sit there and second guess yourself to death. Other people are just out there learning on the fly, learning as they go, not so many people kill their journey before they even take one step.
You're
Like, take
absolutely
the
right.
steps. The people who have courage to take those steps are the ones who win, not the smartest, not the prettiest, not the brightest. It's the people that have the courage to step out and have the courage to keep showing up even when things feel impossible, because 2 days later the world changes in a day or two and things look bright and sunny again. You can't be so,
Yeah,
you know
apps. I'm living proof of this. Get
yeah.
started, because like, I took last bull cycle, I took more debt than I've ever taken in my life. I took a
Yeah.
risk, borrowed against my house, bought a bunch of Bitcoin miners, bought some Bitcoin. Um, and I just fucking did it, got into it, started doing it, learned about the tax system, learning about depreciation, how to save on taxes, and how to be like an entrepreneur. And
Yeah.
I didn't know crap. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, read a couple books, and more YouTube videos, podcasts, like, and a stupid amount of content.
Yeah.
And but I figured out, and I could have done it better. I made mistakes with the
Oh,
miners, bought them at the
100%.
wrong time, and sold
We
them at the
always
wrong.
can do better.
But like, look, from all those mistakes, like, okay, I won't do that again. What did this work, this didn't work? Like, you figure it out. You can just figure out, fuck around and find out, literally.
That's right.
And just continue in persistence, and you just get better and better and better. And
Yeah.
I made more money than I ever have in a bull market, and I hope to better myself next time. And this is what I'm trying to teach to everybody else, because like, fuck, if I can
Yeah.
do it, you can do it.
Yeah. I think that's why we vibe so much, because we just do want to share like love and light or whatever, to sound like a hippie, but just like your reality is largely shaped by the way you view your reality, and you can alter that. And I think that's a core fundamental belief that we share that makes us align on almost everything, just because of that deeply personal belief. So find your people, find your tribe here in crypto Twitter, and build cool shit with them.
It's so
Watch
funny.
Gary Vee. He's annoying as fuck, but
I
man,
love
he's
him.
right.
He's totally my vibe with him. Even everything, the cursing, everything.
I retweet him on Facebook all the time.
I think about when you're happy. Just think back when you're really happy. The first thing you want to do is give it to somebody else. You want to give somebody a hug. You naturally want to radiate it out. So change your reality, practice gratitude, become happy, and we'll see you on episode 37.
All right,
guys.
Sign.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys haven't signed up for VDEX, and especially after all this trading and this contest and all this stuff, sign up with code AP, capital AP, and start trading today.
Yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Me and Jay James will be hosting.
Also follow us, please, and
help us
share
grow.
this link.
No,
it's like good
everybody.
karma.
We have 47 people watching right now on Arena, and we have, let me see, we have like 170 views on I think.
Y'all are the best.
So
it's all our good guests today.
Do me a favor.
Our
go on our YouTube for the love of God, and just hit subscribe. It's free.
Our poor YouTube.
Our YouTube is
Do we want to talk about our
YouTube? It's not doing so good. So please, for the love of God, go on YouTube. You can get our links on the social media here, and we will subscribe to us.
Mike will give you like free trading sessions or something in return.
Yeah. You know what? How about this? You guys subscribe to our YouTube, and I will give you access to the Shark Daddy indicator. How about that?
That's amazing. That is a real utility behind doing good work that furthers people building cool shit in the space. So I love that.
So you get into the VDEX community, whether it's on Discord or Telegram, DM me, and I will get you access to the Shark Daddy indicator.
Amazing.
Awesome,
All right.
guys.
Well, I may be launching it to, I don't know. I'm going to go look at these agents now. I'm just like
Hey,
curious.
just gonna go talk to her Claude Bob. Like, yo, can we do this?
Yeah. How do I do something cool in the arena with this? That's it. I have a night ahead of me. I feel
Okay,
like.
you tell me how to do it, and I will give you the. I'll help you code like my trading strategy into it.
Oh shit. Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect. We did a lot of cussing on this show tonight. Apologies. It was 90 probably percent me.
We're just so passionate.
So passionate. And also, what do words mean? If they offend you, they offend you. I'm sorry, but that's more of a you thing than a me thing, because we don't all like the same things and we don't all think of the world the same way. So I try not, people can do whatever they want. Live and let live, you know? Sometimes
Absolutely.
I say cuss words.
All right, guys.
It's a
Thank you so much
dramatic
for coming on.
effect.
And we'll see you next week. Take care,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Turn it up one more time. You already know what it is. Yeah. Yo, we back at the end. Yeah, that's wild. And the episode down, added to the file. From the stories to the laughs to the real talk too. You pulled up, press play, let us ride with you. Crypto combos, guests from everywhere. Big ideas, real voices in the air. If you made it this far, then you already know. We're building for the future, watch adoption grow. Let's go! This is Adoption Pod. Yeah. Thanks for watching, y'all. Thank you. Hit play, hit like, hit share. Click, click. We'll be right back, right there. Adoption Pod. Yeah, we love this squad. We do. To the next low drop. Next one. Keep the fam love running non-stop. Adoption Pod. Shout out the parents, the kids, the crew. The ones in the system, yeah, we see you too. Every voice, every journey, every eye got through. You the reason that we do what we do. From the first time listeners to the day one strong. If you learn one thing, then we did our job. Mass adoption, one combo at a time. Tapping next week, yeah, you know the vibe. This is Adoption Pod. Yeah. Thanks for watching, y'all. Hit play, hit like, hit share. Don't forget, we'll be right back, right there. Adoption Pod. Let's go. Yeah, we love this squad. Family to the next couple drops. Keep the fam love running non-stop. From your couch, from your car, late night scroll. If you laughed, if you learned, and we hit that goal. Drop a comment, a story that you wanna explore. We'll be back next week with a little bit more. Let's go. This is Adoption